Final Drive TV. We are at round 3 of the United States Touring Car Championship at beautiful Sonoma Raceway. My name is Becky, and today I'm being joined by Reza.
Thank you for having me. It's really nice being here. Gary Sheehan won the last race out at Fontana, and Patrick Chio won the first race. And now they're tied on points.
Absolutely.
And going into this championship race. I think this is going to be a really interesting race for the championship.
I think it's going to be great. We've got our standard standing start, which is always fun to watch these cars around any track, really.
Definitely.
But here at Sonoma Raceway is fabulous. So I think we're going to head down to the paddock and talk to some drivers.
Okay.
Gary, tell me how your qualifying went.
Finally managed to get a clean lap where there wasn't any traffic. There's a ton of cars out there. Got one fast lap and basically called it quits. I think it's going to be good enough. There was another car starting to come apart out there. We've had so many yellow flags in our session, so I just wanted to stay out of harm's way, get the car in here, and be ready for the race. I think we're in good shape, though.
Excellent. Good luck with the race today. Hey, Nick, can you tell me how your qualifying went today?
I think qualifying went great. I haven't seen the times from all the drivers yet, but I think we were at a 52.6, something like that, which I think is more than we expected out of the car. So yeah, things felt really good. The car's coming together pretty nicely. It's a fresh build this year, so we're just gonna make a little changes here and there every time we're out. But yeah, qualifying went great. I'm happy with the car. I think we're gonna have a great race.
Excellent. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Edgar, tell me how your qualifying went today.
There was a little traffic at first, but I was getting up to speed as well with the tires, and again, we have a new car, new setup, so yeah, towards the end we're getting a little bit of a more cleaner, but we want to come back in to check tire pressures and everything, make sure we're good for the race.
Excellent. Good luck today.
Design it. We build it. We test it. At AFE Power, we've been making the world's best vehicles even better since 1999. Today, we have parts for more than 3,600 different applications. We've got 200,000 square feet devoted to building and delivering more speed, foreign and domestic, cars and trucks, intakes, exhaust, electronics, and suspension. We're in the business of horsepower and handling. Designed, tested, and manufactured in the USA. It's all we do.
Welcome to another episode of Final Drive TV. I'm Rick Nanini, and I'm joined with Ron Valtiera. Ron, how's it going?
It's going great. Great weekend this weekend, Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day weekend at Sonoma Raceway. Beautiful weather, round 3 of the United States Touring Car Championship, and we're ready for action with lots of battles going on the track. Huge battle for GT between 3 or 4 fast cars, huge battle in touring car, and of course, as usual, tremendous battle in the Sportsman class too between a lot of cars. It seems like battles going on all around the track.
Well, Sportsman definitely is an issue with the battles. It's really tight. The cars are close, as with everybody in the field.
Yeah. Nick Romano is on pole position. We'll get to that in a minute, but they managed to grab pole position in his Lexus. The big battle in qualifying was in the touring class with Josh Allen grabbing his first pole position in the Mazda MX-5. And stole that away from the 2 fast guys in the class. But let's get down to our grid, and we'll show you what's going on and who starts where. On pole position, we have Michael Reynolds in the MBR Racing Lotus Exige S. Next to him is Robert Harper in the BC Forged AP Racing Chevrolet Corvette. These 2 guys were super fast all weekend.
Next, we have Scott Gibson in the Gibson Enterprises Lotus 211. And then we have Joshua Allen in the Robert Davis Racing Mothers MX-5.
Yeah, Joshua Allen, really fast, and that's the car. The car suits is well made for this track. Next row, we have Gary Sheehan in the GoGoGear.com Hyundai Genesis Coupe in the 31 car. Next to him, Patrick Chio in the Speed SF iLap Timer Nissan 350Z.
Next, we have Larry Bainey in the GoGoGear Koenig Wheel BMW M3. And next to him is his teammate, Art Nassarian, in the GoGoGear Koenig Wheels Hyundai Genesis.
Next row on the Soundstream leaderboard, we have Nick Rano, the leader in Sportsman right now in the GKR Racing Lexus IS300. Next to him, Cedric Walker in the Life's Good Racing BMW M3.
Next up, we have Pete Bovenberg. He's driving the MBO Performance Rotor Wheels Blocks Racing Honda Civic. And next to him, we have Jeff Raggio in the Lumaleds Lotus Exige S.
Next row, we have Andrew Gardner in the A. Gardner Racing Ford Mustang. And next to him, Michael McCulligan in the only rotary-powered car on the field, which is the Mazda Trix Racing Beat Mazda RX8.
And next we have James Gouveia in the Go-Go Gear Koenig Wheels Honda Civic, followed up right next to him in the Stevens Creek Dodge SRT4 Dan Zarbrum.
And the last row we have Edgar Lau, who didn't get a qualifying time in the Bueller Winery BMW 328. Look for him to move up through the field really quickly. He's got a fast car starting in the back. And we're getting ready for green flag to drop as our leaders are waiting right now. And he's second down. Here we go. Green flag.
And
wow, look at that green Lotus take off from the Chevy Corvette with only 4 cylinders.
That's powered away, does a lot of stuff.
Wow, that was like a rocket in that Corvette.
And there it is. He's building up a head of steam coming up the top to turn 2.
Yeah, but Joshua Allen has the lead in touring car, and he shuts the door on Sheehan's car going into turn 2. Wow, that was a bold move on Allen's part. But you know what? That MX-5 has to keep the momentum going with a small 4-cylinder.
Absolutely. And take a look at Patrick. Patrick is one never to let go. He's definitely going to try to make his move.
He fell back a
somewhere.
few spots, and he's fighting back with Larry Baney now to get past that BMW. Looks like he made the move at turn 4, and now he's charging after Gary Sheehan, who's in second place in that yellow Hyundai Genesis Coupe.
And
but
something to keep notice, you just saw a quick flash of Edgar moving through. And
yeah, but behind them, that Corvette is trying to hang on with these 2 fast Lotuses in the front. But behind them is that Mazda MX-5. Joshua Allen is having a big battle with the Hyundai. Whoa!
Oh my God,
that Corvette almost hit the Lotus. Wow! But that allowed we just missed it. That allowed Sheehan to go around the outside. Let's take a look. Yes, looks like he just made the pass on the outside of Joshua Allen. Beautiful move, seizing the opportunity on Sheehan's part.
Absolutely, heads-up driving on his part.
And now these guys seem to be pulling away from Cho at the moment. So Cho in that orange Nissan is a little further behind. We're waiting to see what the gap is. But as we go up front here, there was a piece of debris that fell off the car a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see Patrick definitely putting his head down.
Yeah, actually, Patrick is trying to charge back up to this to get to this battle. But boy, that Mazda MX-5, sponsored by Mothers, looking really good and really strong on these opening laps.
Absolutely.
Here at Sonoma Raceway.
Yeah, here's the battle. They're coming up to the GT leaders in front. Larry looks like he's holding him off. Or is that no? That is Gary.
That's Sheehan who's made the move, and Sheehan's in first place in touring car at the moment, and Joshua Allen's in second place, our pole sitter in touring car in that red Mazda MX-5, and behind him is Patrick Cho trying to close that gap. But Patrick right now is about 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, and it looked like we just got a little battle between the teammates in the Go-Go Gear cars as they were coming down turn 4.
Yeah, hopefully, let's hope that they don't hit each other, and there's that the team boss will tell them to pay attention and be nice to each other.
Yeah, well, and with everybody racing so tight behind, it's giving Gary a chance to pull away. It looks a little bit away from Gary, or from Joshua Allen in the MX-5.
Yeah, for sure. That's, you got to seize your opportunity and build a little gap in this series because you need that gap. Otherwise, you're going to slow yourself down trying to drive the defensive line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up front we have the Lotus at number 60, and here comes the Corvette on the inside. Beautiful move by Rob Harper.
Nice pass, and he was able to make it stick. Now, let's see if he puts that V8 power down.
Yes, that was a nice pass on the braking. You would not expect the Corvette to be able to outbrake that super light car, but great move by him.
He was able to make it stick. And
for sure. Ooh, here we go. Nick Morano passing Bovenberg.
And Bovenberg's always an aggressive driver. He's very defensive, very heads up.
Wow, look at that. How close they're going to be. Oh, now here's a drag race, turn 2. But Pete has a little bit more horsepower. So we missed that.
And Pete's a seasoned, savvy driver, multiple championship holder for USTCC.
Yeah, he's been around the block a few times. He knows what he's doing.
I'm pretty sure he saw that coming.
Yes, for sure. We get to the battle up front in touring. That's Sheehan in the 31 Hyundai Genesis Coupe.
And now we have, it looks like Reynolds coming out of turn 6 in the MBR Lotus. He's in the GT pack leading the field as he comes into turn 7, hard on the brakes. And a beautiful looking car. He's definitely built himself again.
He's definitely moving in this field, really doing some super quick laps. But behind them is a battle between Harper and Scott Gibson. in that Lotus for second and third place in the GT category. So, time for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to Sonoma, and we still have the Green Lotus, driven by Michael Reynolds, leading the field, and Gary Sheehan, you see his sister car there, leading the touring class.
He's definitely built himself that little bit of a cushion, and the Josh Allen in the MX-5 is definitely holding off Patrick. And
boy, Patrick's getting closer every lap. He's just inching away a little bit closer.
I'm going to say that. He is definitely working his way there. So I don't know if maybe a tire issue or if Patrick is just realizing that he's got to hurry and get this done.
You know, these guys were only separated by about 1/10 of a second in qualifying, and one little mistake by any one of them can really close this gap. So Sheehan had built a little bit of a gap early on, but looks like now Chio is closing up that gap, and it might get interesting really quickly here.
Well, anytime Patrick gets close and he smells that blood, you know, he just goes right for it, and that makes it exciting to watch.
Yeah, for sure. This battle has been exciting all race long, all year long, and we'll see how it goes this year. But right now, there's actually a decent, 2-second gap between each one, so that's not terrible. But we'll see how it goes as soon as in a little bit, because as the race progresses, tires get heated up and everything. Things will change.
Right. And the Hankooks do have that.
Whoa! Reynolds goes a little wide. What the heck happened here? He goes a little wide, and Harper is on the inside.
He closed that
He's
gap.
going for it. Oh, look at that. Goodbye. There's something wrong. Look at Reynolds. His speed is way down. Looks like he's
he just shot straight forward. Was it a brake issue? Or?
No, looks like he's not up to speed. He's only doing 67 miles an hour. And here comes Gibson.
Place.
Gibson's catching up now. There's definitely something wrong with that car. Oh, no. Everything was going so well.
Good for Harper, though. I mean, he can definitely capitalize on this, and hopefully he'll pull it out and stay out.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, he's definitely going into pits. Yeah. So that's it for Reynolds, and as Harper takes over the lead in the GT class in that Corvette. I
don't see the Corvette anywhere. Boy, he
he's
just
gone.
took off.
Yes.
Makes me wonder if somebody was holding him up.
Yeah.
But a beautiful car coming over turn 2.
Yeah, so now we have a good battle in GT, but Sheehan still leading. Patrick Chio
is
getting
definitely
a little closer.
He is making his presence known. He is
in that, Chio in that iLap timer Nissan really makes things interesting every race.
Yeah, he definitely has a habit of coming up from behind, and
he really likes charging from the back. He seems to drive better. Though they always say some drivers drive better from in the front and some drivers better in the back. I think Chio is one of those who likes to drive from the back.
Well, it gives him a rabbit to chase during the race. So,
yeah.
It always makes things more.
It makes it easier. You don't have to look at your rearview mirror. You just focus on what's ahead and just go for it. Try to make your car be fastest on the last lap. That's really the goal.
That MX-5 is a beautiful car. Looking at it as it just goes through that corner. I just love the way that thing moves.
Well, this track is probably the twistiest track that we'll see this season, and you really have to have a well-handling car here to win.
Definitely Patrick's is a really well-handling car, because just look at the way
he really seems to hook up through that turn 7, doesn't it? He puts the power down really well. Here comes a battle between, this is Larry Bandy trying to pass Cedric's car, and Cedric goes on the outside.
And did he
oh, man!
Larry
Bandy just punted poor Cedric.
He
What
had
the
nowhere to
heck was
go.
that all about?
Well, it looked like Larry was coming, Baney was coming on the inside,
Looks
carrying
like-
ahead of speed.
Yeah, it looks like he locked his rear wheels
Yeah,
and just
something.
slid into him. Wow.
And there's a battle with Nick Romano and the BMW right in front of him.
Yeah, that was that was
Bovenberg. And
Bovenberg went wide.
blew that corner.
These guys have been going at it all race long.
And it makes me wonder if there's something on that corner that we didn't see. That's just Larry's a heads-up driver.
Yeah, well, for some reason, maybe it's because there's a lot of runoff. You go a little wide there,
And look at the MX-5 closing.
the
up
gap
to
is
Gary.
closer. Allow us under a second.
Oh my gosh, this is getting so interesting. Now
under a
Gary's going to
second to
feel
go.
the pressure.
And we still have a ways to go. We're still about a halfway point in the race, so we got a ways to go in this race. It's not over yet, and Sheehan should not be looking for that champagne victory just yet. Let's just say.
Definitely not. But that Corvette definitely could be looking for it because he did pull out a bit of a gap over the second place leader.
I've been monitoring Sheehan's radio communications, and you know what I hear?
What's that?
Nothing. It's totally silent, which means that that he's totally focused on trying to monitor this gap.
Oh yeah.
So all those guys are just super focused on trying to make this work.
And who are we riding on board with here? This is and there's Edgar Lau coming up in the Bueller Vineyards BMW.
Now that's a 328 BMW running in Sportsman, not to be confused with the M3s running in touring class.
Right, it's a new build, a new chassis, new car, and a well-seasoned driver in that car.
Yeah, he and Nick Romano will be going at it every race, I think. These guys are definitely class of the field, I think.
Right. Well, the rate of development, in the series is always fascinating to see how the rewards weight and just how the races progress throughout the year. It's definitely exciting to watch.
Yeah. Now, having said that, in second place right now is Patrick
is going to take a run.
Oh.
No. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was nice. I think Patrick's was just sizing him up at the moment.
And putting himself in his mirrors is going to give Alan a lot to think about. He's going to have to really question.
Hopefully what's happening now for Sheehan's sake is that these guys will slow each other down, and Sheehan can walk away with it. At least that's what he's probably thinking at the moment.
Yeah, but with Patrick there in the hunt, it's just a hard thing to assume. He needs to put his head down and just go for it.
Yeah, Sheehan probably says, please slow down Patrick, Patrick, for me. But the gap is not. It's just
it's a freight train with those guys.
Yeah,
they are so well matched.
And Sheehan is not walking away from this by any means. So this fight's still young.
And we're back on board with Nick.
Yeah, as we were talking about Sportsman, second place in Sportsman actually right now is Andrew Gardner, who's doing a fabulous job in that Ford Mustang of his, and. But we don't see him in the picture.
No,
he's a little bit further back. But Nick right now just walking away from this, making it look easy in that 42 Lexus IS300.
A really balanced car. That's an amazing looking car. I do like the way I've always liked it.
Yeah, well, it also looks like it's... Oh,
there we are.
Now, speaking of Sportsman, here we are on board with Michael McCulligan's RX8, and this is a battle for third place at the moment, fighting with the Ford Mustang that we just talked about. These two guys have been going at it for a little bit, further back.
Right, and talk about two well-matched cars. I mean, it's
two totally different cars. One light and nimble, one big and heavy, but like kind of like a brute. Right. And this is going to be interesting to see how these guys would go at it. But McCulligan in that Racing Beat RX8 seems to like this track very much.
Yeah, the car is really nimble, and it seems to be really well set up. And he's worked really hard on that car throughout the years, and it's nice to see it paying off.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good at the moment, turning in a little bit quicker lap times than the Mustang in the moment. But the Mustang is up ahead, so there you go. Take that out.
And it looks like he's going to make a run. Is he going to try to outbrake him?
The Mustang goes a little wide, and he's on the inside. He's going.
He looked like he drifted coming through that.
It's a drag race coming on.
He did.
Yes, it is. Beautiful move by McCulligan.
He
takes
held
the
it,
position,
and he took advantage of him coming loose through that corner.
Yes.
It looked like the back end came out from him.
Nice. McCulligan up to third place at the moment.
That was a nice pass. Very nice pass.
So,
very patient. He waited for it, and he took it when it came.
So there we are, and we're going to go to a commercial in a little bit, and we'll talk to you guys when we get back.
And here we are back at Sonoma, and it looks like Gary is still hanging on to his first place in touring car as he comes up through 7, and Josh Allen, and it's a three-way fight coming through that corner.
Close.
They're coming down the hill. They're going to come through the 8 and 8A complex, and
This is where the Mazda should really shine, in this tight section right here.
absolutely lightweight car, well handling. He should be able to just slither his way down through that chute.
Cho is getting really close. He's catching the draft. Look at that.
And he makes.
Oh,
He's drafting him. He's pulling him.
This is a not good place to pass, though. As we see now, we're coming up through 10. He's going on the inside. Is he gonna go for it?
Outbraking.
Yo, it's getting close.
Oh my God.
No, Joe's not letting it go.
Josh Allen's not letting it go
No, neither one is letting anybody go here.
That's a lot of respect between those drivers.
Wow,
Gary,
that could have been something.
Oh my gosh, and Gary must have.
Oh,
been
he's getting the
sweating
run, though.
bullets.
He's getting the run. Cho's getting the run. Trying to go on the outside of 1.
Well, the
Is he
car
gonna
does
make
have
it?
more power, so.
Oh, he makes it. Wow. That little defensive driving by Allen lost him some momentum, and now Cho, look at the gap, how much of a gap he's close to Sheehan at the moment. Oh, but now Allen's coming back. He's running hard through 2.
Well, he's going to go down through the dip and up through the top, and let's see if he can get a run coming down that little hill. And
Allen should be pretty quick right here. And look at that, he's getting close. Under braking. Come on.
Oh my God, they are so close.
Wow. That was a nice
Patrick.
battle.
Yes.
That was a nice battle. Cho doing really well up there.
And that's what he needs to do. He needs to stay close to Sheehan.
He's getting closer to Sheehan. Look at him close that gap in the
Put his head
carousel.
down and not look in his mirrors anymore. I think he's finally cleared Allen at this point.
Yeah.
And maybe he can start working. And well, now we have Larry coming up to the GT car. Oh,
There's our battle we're talking about. We're looking for this.
Yeah, 3-way fight. Oh my gosh. Allen just has to stay there with them, and hopefully he can carry that all the way through.
These
the
guys
end.
have been like this all race long, and this was like this in qualifying. It was like this in practice. These guys are all about three different types of cars, and same results.
Yeah, and that's what I love about touring car racing. It's just all the various makes, and
White
it looks
flag.
like the white flag coming out.
So Rob Harper taking the white flag, leading the class in that GT.
And all he needs to do is do it one more time.
One more time. And yes, he's starting to lap some of the slower cars. But could he score his first win right here at Sonoma? That would be quite a feat.
It looks like Patrick's going to make anything happen. He's got to make it happen.
Patrick's got one more lap trying to make this, but he's a little too far behind.
Oh, man, and
not
there is
close
that
enough.
MX-5 just
But the
hanging.
MX-5 is coming up quick in turn 2.
He is hounding that poor guy.
Wow.
As
That's
Nick Romano runs
something
away.
else. That's beautiful.
And having an easy day of it.
Yeah, Romano leads the Sportsman class, but Edgar Lau is second place in Sportsman in that BMW, in that Buehler Winery BMW. And at the moment, McCulligan will finish third in the Mazda RX8 in Sportsman. But our focus right now is not on Sportsman, it's on these guys. There's one more passing zone coming up, exactly where Cho was really strong under braking. Will he be able to make it at turn 11 coming up? One more corner to go.
Coming out of 10. He needs a good run coming out of 10 in order to make that happen.
You have to make that happen. Is he going to be able to make it? We're watching the battle in the Sportsman now.
And there's Edgar Lau and the Buehler Vineyards.
What happened? There's the green. There's the checkered for Romano. Wins GT class. And here comes a battle. Patrick's going on the inside. Is he going to make it?
Oh my God.
Sheehan takes the defensive line on the inside because he knows the straightaway's short because the checkered flag is up the field.
And Allen is so close to him. He's tucking around to look like where is he? Oh, here we go.
Who will
who's
be
coming
first?
around?
And
Definitely.
wow. Sheehan takes the win
What a
in
great
touring
race.
car,
Oh
with
my
Cho
God.
in second place and Joshua Allen in third place. Nick Romano wins the Sportsman class with Edgar Lau second place. And finally, in third place, we have Michael McCulligan in that RX8. But congratulations to Rob Harper in that RKT Performance Chevrolet Corvette driven for Life's Good Racing. He takes his first win in touring car.
Very nice to see.
So very exciting race, beautiful afternoon, and hopefully we'll have you guys back and follow us on Facebook. Check us out on our website.